peoples? It's your boy E here, man. And look, I just wanna talk about something, man. You know, we can't allow people to change us. People can't just change your mind. People just can't change the way you think. And we live in a world where there be motherfuckers that be trying to change your mind or trying to change the way you think or try to give you some sort of aggressive tone because we don't think the same, we don't do things the same, and they feel like their way is the right way, and they be trying to give you flack for it, man. People be trying to press you sometimes, man. I done had people trying to press me before because I don't tend to want to do things the way they do it, you know what I'm saying, and I move the way I move for a reason. But look, see, my thing is, man, don't try and change my mind. Don't try to change me. Don't try to change the way I think. Don't try to make me think like you. All you got to do is make your valid points, make your points, you know what I'm saying? Explain your points, and get what? Me, a person who is very objective, who will listen to your points, will listen to see what you're saying is valid, and guess what? If I feel like, damn, that's something I didn't realize. That's something I didn't think about. I ain't think about it that way. And if I look at it and see it that way, and that actually changes the way I see things, that's how it's going to organically change. I will change because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I organically see something about it that causes me to want to change my mind. You know what I'm saying? Not because you are pressing me to change my mind. Not because you think, I should just change my mind, or I should just be like you or think like you and everything will be fine. No. I ain't gonna lie, I had a coworker do this the other day though. I wasn't really tripping about it and nothing, but I realized it was something like that he was doing. Because we be working, we be doing selling the beer, we get tips and all that shit. He be like, man, look, if these motherfuckers don't tip me, shit, I be saying this, that, I be saying that, this, and I be blase, that, blase, this. He be telling me all that, and I'm like, well, look, man, I don't feel like I don't be wanting to invest that type of energy into these people. I might tell them a little slick this, little slick that, but it won't be too much for me to give a fuck about, or for them to give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna do all that. But he was like, man, look, I'm telling you, that's why people be doing it, blah, blah. You got it, blah. I'm like, I'm not finna change, bro, because I care more for one, I care more about my job. Like, I know that if I get a little bit too crazy with people, if I was to get too crazy with people, they could just, report me and I could lose my job. They could go to the boss man and report the number that's on my back of my shirt, and they'll send me home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Offer some little bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I know that, so I don't care to do that. But from his perspective, he like, well, look, people only gonna keep doing certain things if you allow this, that, and the third. And I get you, I hear you, and I understand exactly where you're coming from, bro. I get it, but everything don't work for everybody the same way. Just because it worked for you, just because it works out good for you, doesn't mean it's gonna work the same way for me. Because for one thing is, I've learned to genuinely, I learned to like being who I am. I like to do things a certain way. I am who I am, right? So I like being that person. And so I don't want to be nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And then one thing you gotta understand is, when you start doing shit that's outside of your character, that's like not even like what you like. A lot of people don't have this problem. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people don't have this problem, but there are people who actually have this problem, and I'm one of them, dog. Like, when I start doing things outside of my character to be like somebody else in hopes of that things can go the same way as they went for them when they did it, it don't go right. Sometimes it makes it worse because maybe I might not, because I'm not like this and this is not who I am, it doesn't suit me. So I might say something a little off, you know what I'm saying, that might cause people to be in a different mood than they did when you did it, right? So like, you can't be like people. People can't change you to be them, dog. They be wanting you to be them, dog. And that's one of the things I be talking about. I'm like, bro, I can't transform. I don't be transforming like that, dog. I ain't no transformer, bro. No Decepticon. You know, I'm not one of those. You know, I can't keep on just pretending to be something that I'm not. You know, and like I say, when I do that, I've done it before. When I've done it, it didn't turn out right because that ain't who I am anyways, and it just didn't suit me. And my spirit would not allow me to transform into something of that nature. You know, so when people be trying to tell me shit, look, I don't give a fuck, bro, because see, I know what I've been through, and I know what I've had to, come out of. So I know what I had to do to get through all of that, and guess what? It hasn't failed me yet. So why should I change it to something that I'm not even sure gonna even work for me? Because guess what? It probably don't fit my nature. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, I ran to this, man, and people do this, man. People be out there doing that shit, dog. And that's why it's always hard to have your own mind, to think different, because so many people, you gonna be arguing with people. And they'll tell you, I found a way to not argue with you, even though we have this little disagreement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be want to waste my energy with people, dog. I'll bow out, or I'll either, sometimes I just be like, let them finish what they say and be like, oh, alright. And just let it sit and don't say nothing on top of it, so they don't have nothing else to say, and then change the subject, because I don't be want to keep talking about some shit that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta get yourself out those situations, man. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, yeah, man, I was just shooting it at y'all. It's just something I done peeped in this world, man. Have y'all been experiencing any of this from people? Anybody who know, man, let me know, dog, if y'all been experiencing any of this from people trying to change your mind and make you think the way they think. I have my own mind. I'm in a whole different place, whole different space in my life, and it's gonna be hard to change me. It's just something you gotta really be talking about something, and it really has to come together for me to believe like that, because, man, I've seen a lot in this world. I think I've seen much more than most people, as far as what people wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying, what people will find to be crazy or something in their minds. People, I done seen a lot of shit, man. So, I mean, and I've been through things, and I don't think a lot of people been in these shoes to even be qualified to tell me how I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So, it just ain't just not something that's going to work for me. You can't just come making me think like you, or making me change my mind for you, because this is how you feel it need to be. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, y'all, man, I'm done, dog. I'm done. I was just ranting a little bit, because it was just something I noticed that had happened before, and I've been noticing it happening a lot lately. You feel me? But anyways, man, I'm out, y'all. How y'all feel about this? Peace.